Hey guys, welcome back to Chasing the Woodsman. Today we're going to be trimming out my house. What I have here are 13 boards that I got out of a cedar log that was a little over a year old that came down in a windstorm. I milled it up, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've had them drying inside my house so that they can acclimate. I recently just put the meter gauge on it and they were 2.9% moisture. No more than 6%, so perfect for me to get started. I don't think I'll get any more shrinkage out of them. I just went through and got the rough plane on most of them. I'm doing the final cut. I have a couple goofy pieces of trim that I will save for later. You might be wondering why I'm outside. One, you can't pass up such a beautiful day to be outside. It's just gorgeous today, regardless of snow on the ground. Also, if you guys saw our intro video, I'm in between shops right now. We purchased our house 2.5 years ago, and it didn't come with the shop. So I'm building the shop, but it's not finished yet. Right now, I've been doing woodworking inside of a small room in our house in the basement. When you're doing this amount of planing, it's just difficult because dust gets everywhere. And I didn't want to deal with it. And with it being so warm and so sunny, I thought, well, it's a good day to get out here and plane it while outside. So let's get started. Also, you may be wondering what's up with my ratchet box collecting sawdust. I'll collect that up and put it into the compost pile, but for now, it's just what I had. All right, guys, there's my 13 boards that I have planed out. I have one more to do that really came off the mill just goofy, so I'm gonna spend more time on that later. I think what we're gonna do is just head on up and get this trim into the house. I have a couple different spots. We're slowly getting trim around the house. When we bought this house, it had zero. It had no floors, no trim, no nothing. So we're really playing catch up. Thank God for the mill. It's really made it possible for me to go through and trim it. As you guys know right now, cedar is very expensive right now. All wood is very expensive. This has really provided a way for me to trim out the house. Let's get going. All right, guys, welcome to my little tiny wood shop in the spare room in our basement. I haven't yet finished the floor, that way I can still just work off the concrete. I pretty much have all my tools shoved in here. I have some in storage. I'm missing tools because they're stored away. It's kind of a difficult transition, but this is what's working for now, and it's worked out great. I'm thankful that I even have a space to be able to work in, but I'm definitely excited to get out into the barn to actually have a shop again. What I'm doing right now is for the 3 doors I have in our upstairs loft, I'm trimming the sideboards on either side of the door. Those are roughly 81 inches tall. 2 of the doors are wide doors, so I'll be cutting around rough cut 44 inches wide for my top cap. The other door, about 38 inches wide. It's a narrower door going into a bathroom. So right now I'm just getting my rough lengths cut out. Then I'm gonna send them to the table saw because my joiner is out of commission. So I'll show you how you can just take and trim it out to get a nice square edge, because they definitely don't come off the mill square. We're gonna cut those down to 3 3/8 inches wide. I planed them to 3/4 inches thick. And so that's gonna be the trim for the upstairs. Okay guys, a couple things I want to point out here. One, you can still do woodworking no matter the size of your space. So I always want to encourage you guys, if you're brand new, you're getting into it, don't let that hinder you. Is this ideal? Is it a disaster, messy? Yes, it is difficult. Sawdust, storage, everything that comes with a small space makes it difficult just for your own mindset. However, can you still get things done? Yes. So if you think, I don't have the space some guys have, I don't have that big shop with the vacuum system and all the best brand new tools out there, don't let it stop you. If you're new into woodworking, just find a space, start collecting tools, and just start doing it. If it's your dream to get out there and start making things, to get out there and start making things, all right? Amen? All right, guys, as you just saw, I took and squared out without the use of a joiner my 4 boards going on both sides of the door along with the caps on both of those doors. Is a joiner necessary for shop? Yeah, I think it's a key tool that you do need to get a hold of. It's there and behind me. It just comes down to laziness, time, and getting the parts to repair the joiner. Because I haven't been able to do that, I was able to square everything out on the table. So now let me show you how square you really can get it. All right, guys, I already showed you on one of the cap pieces, but this is a longer board, 81 inches long. Is a joiner necessary? Yes, but you can work around it. It just takes a little bit more time. Starting with that 4-inch board, I just took off 8s at a time, working from one side to the other. And if you see there, I am square all the way down this board. I don't have any wave. So don't let the lack of a joiner or a broken down joiner stop you from getting any projects done, because it is possible. Would I do this for something a little bit more precise? No. I think I would be working with a hand plane trying to get an absolute perfect edge, but this is just trim, cedar trim in a house. I'm not too worried about millimeters less than on wave. I mean, from the naked eye, I don't see any difference, and you're sure not going to see it on the side of a door. So when we bought this house, it had all the doors were trimmed out just with this kind of basic white trim. However, none of the base molding was done. And so thankfully, because there was no floors. So we put it in the carpet and I put in the vinyl flooring on all the different levels besides the one room in our basement, which I'll do vinyl flooring in there. But as I've been going around, I've been having to take out this just real basic cardboard type trim, and I'm replacing it with real wood, which is all red, Western red cedar. So that's what you're seeing me do now is I'm trimming along. And for those of you who don't know this, and most probably do, is make sure you take and trim that caulk around that trim. Whoever installed it did it properly. However, I don't want to peel up any paint or cause any more damage by ripping these things off. Okay guys, what I'm doing here is I'm dry fitting all my boards, dry fitting. I'm just making sure everything fits exactly how I want to. I'm trimming back some sheetrock from where they had hung the door. Especially when you're doing a remodel like I am here, you kind of have to adjust things without starting from scratch. Luckily I don't have to. Once I have everything fit exactly where I want it to be fit at, I'm going to take and touch up with some paint, because this is a good time to not have to bother masking everything up. Touch up with paint where I've had to trim back, and then nail everything up. So there are many different ways to finish your trim. I'm partial to oils. I'm partial to oils, wood wax, beeswax of some sort that's mixed in with oils. I've gotten to where I've just switched everything over away from the thanes, the polyurethanes and everything else along with that. One is, not that I'm anti-chemical, I just like to keep wood as natural as it really can be. Wood wax to me is the way to go. It's oil with a beeswax mixed together. It just soaks into the wood, and then over time, if it grays out, which takes a while, and it does do that, then you just put more over the top of it. I do everything in our house with this. I just rather have that give that I can adjust. Say one of my kids, which they have, taken a pen across a cedar bench down there, I'm able to sand out that pen mark, refinish it with wood wax, and it's brand new. You're starting over again. So that's the beauty of doing some kind of wood wax, is that you're able to refinish it if anything's damaged. If you're looking for something that's no fuss, then yeah, do some kind of polyurethane, some kind of actual varnish finish over the top of it. Again, I rather the oil look, and that's why I'm doing this. And check the link out below if you're interested. You'll see me now applying it here. Well, I will say I'm not too pleased with this. We have this gap down here. So what I'm gonna do, without making it shrink down into the carpet or be too high for a gap, you have to find the right spot. And I know this is level. I doubt this is. So I'm gonna make this post my standard. Being this is where I want to put it. We have 8 and just below 3/4. So I'm going to take this down there. I'm going to make a new block, one that I can be happy with. I don't know what I measured, but it wasn't right. I'm happy with that angle. Much, much more happy with that angle. It's worth taking the time. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to Chasing the Woodsman. I think that's it for today. I'm gonna end here and then move on and finish this other side before the family gets home. That way they can come upstairs to having both sides done. If you enjoyed what you watched today, please give me a like or subscribe. Otherwise, be blessed in all you do, and we'll see you next time.